Hello students, again I welcome you all for the online classes of Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School, and today by this video I am going to give you the explanation of the chapter The Enemy written by Pearl S. Buck, and this chapter is of 12th class from the book Vistas. Now let's begin with the author. Pearl Seidenstricker Buck was born in June 26, 1892 and passed away in March 6, 1973. Also known by her Chinese name Tsai Zhenzu, was an American writer and novelist. As the daughter of missionaries, Buck spent most of her life before 1934 in Zhanjiang, China. Her novel, The Good Earth, was the best selling fiction book in the United States in 1931 and 1932 and won the Pulitzer Prize in 1932. In 1938, she was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature for her rich and truly epic descriptions of peasant life in China, and for her biographical masterpieces. She was the first American woman to win the Nobel Prize for Literature. After returning to the United States in 1935, she continued writing prolifically, became a prominent advocate of the rights of women and minority groups, and wrote widely on Chinese and Asian cultures, becoming particularly well known for her efforts on behalf of Asian and mixed race adoption. Now let's begin with the introduction of the lesson. The story highlights how a Japanese doctor saves the life of an American prisoner of war and rises above narrow national prejudices. He risks his honor, career, position, and life by sheltering a war prisoner of the enemy camp and saving his life. The author has beautifully portrayed the conflict in the doctor's mind as a private individual and as a citizen with a sense of national loyalty. Now let's begin with the theme of the story. The Enemy gives the message that humanism transcends all man-made prejudices and barriers. Dr. Sadao upholds the ethics of medical profession in treating an enemy. The story is a great lesson of peace, love, sympathy, fellow feeling, and humanism. Throughout the course of The Enemy, Dr. Sadao Hockey struggles to come to terms with his conflicting impulses to see Tom, an American prisoner of war, who has washed up on the beach alongside Sadao's house. As an inhuman enemy and as a fellow man, the story is set in Japan in the thick of World War II, making it understandable that Sadao, a loyal Japanese citizen, would perceive Tom as an enemy. Even as Sadao embraces this belief, he finds himself treating Tom with a reluctant sort of kindness that reveals Sadao's competing, compassionate impulse to view Tom as a human instead of an enemy. As Sadao and Tom's brief but complicated relationship upholds, Pearl S. Buck suggests that all humans have the inherent desire to be a loyal global citizen, committed to helping a fellow human regardless of race, nationality, religion, or social standings. Now student, let's begin with the characters. There are lot many important characters in this chapter. So let's begin with the important characters. First one is Dr. Sadao Hockey. Dr. Sadao Hockey is the protagonist of the story and Hannah's husband. A skilled surgeon educated in America, Sadao is wholly responsible for saving the life of Tom, an American prisoner of war who washes up on the beach alongside Sadao and Hannah's isolated home on the Japanese coast. Sadao is an emotionally complex character who struggles to come to terms with his inexplicable impulse to save the life of an American who is supposedly his enemy. Second character is Hannah. Hannah is Dr. Sadao's Hockey's wife. The couple met at a university in America but wanted to fall in love until their parents back in Japan could properly approve of and arrange the marriage. Hana shows a deep love for Japanese customs and the old way of living. Seen through her traditional house, peppered with patios and courtyards, and her role as a subservient housewife, she largely bends to Dr. Sadao's will, often without resentment, and upholds him as the head of the household. Tom the American. Tom is a teenage American prisoner of war who was captured and tortured by the Japanese but somehow escaped. He washes up on the beach near Dr. Sadao's Hockey and Hana's isolated house, and they discern that he is a prisoner of war from his recent bullet wound, reopened by one of the rocks out at sea. His blonde hair and his US Navy cap, even though Tom is unconscious of sleeping for much of his time with Sadao and Hana, his mere presence forces them to grapple with their conflicting impulse to help a fellow human and to be loyal to one's country. The General. The general is a stickly man in the Japanese military who suffers from some sort of physical condition that Dr. Sadao Hockey treats. According to Sadao, the general will only be able to survive one more attack. He suffers from something that has to do with his gallbladder. Because Sadao can keep the general reasonably healthy and can tend to him so expertly, the general feels indebted to Sadao and is willing to help and keep quiet about. An officer. An officer is a messenger who was sent by the general. Gardener. The elderly gardener is one of the servants who works for Dr. Sadao Hockey and Hana. Like the cook, he has been an instrumental part of the household ever since Sadao was just a boy. He is fiercely loyal to Sadao's father, who is dead at the outset of the story. Yumi. Yumi is one of the servants at Dr. Sadao's Hockey and Hana's house, or we can say she is a caretaker of the babies of Hana and Dr. Sadao. She largely tends to the children and is seen with them far more than Hana herself. Like the gardener, she is openly prejudiced against Tom and speaks critically of Sadao and Hana for saving a white man. She is so frightened by Sadao and Hana's law breaking and shocking empathy for the enemy that she stubbornly refuses to follow orders and eventually leaves the household altogether with the gardener and the cook. The cook. The cook is one of the Dr. Sadao's Hockey and Hana's servant. She is critical of her young master, implying that she is more loyal to Sadao's father, even though he is dead. Like the gardener, the cook has worked in the household since Sadao was a little boy. She believes Sadao to be arrogant and undiscerning in the way he employs his tenants. So proud of his skill to save life that he saves any lives. Now students, let's begin with the explanation. I hope all the characters are clear to you. So, life during wartime in Japan, Dr. Sadao Hockey and his pure blood wife Hana spot a dark shape in the surf that turns out to be a white man. A severely wounded soldier. At first, they agree to turn the men over to the authorities as a prisoner of war. This makes only perfect sense considering not just the ramifications of treating his wounds, but that the doctor and his wife are both virulently racist, nationalist, who consider the Japanese to be superior to the white race anywhere in the world. They had met in America before the war, and he only proposed because his father consented to his choice of a pure blood. Changing their minds in the face of the massive trauma exhibited by the men, the two agree to take him back to their home and treat his injuries as an act of humanitarian compassion consistent with their belief in the superiority of the Japanese people. They must inform their servants with this decision, of course. The servants are every bit as racial prejudiced and biased as their employers, but their edges have not been softened by the humanitarianism of medical service. The servants make no secret of their belief that the men should have been left to die and turn cold towards the doctor and his wife. After a week of treating the white man and helping him recover from his life threatening injuries, the servants quit when their ultimatum that the men be returned over to the authorities is met by the doctor's steadfast resolve. Meanwhile, the man, an American named Tom, is well enough to thank the doctor for saving his life. The doctor warns him not to be a premature with this assessment. When a messenger arrives for her husband, Hana is terrified that the servants have spilled the beans and they are about to be punished. Instead, the message directed Dr. Hockey to a patient's consultation with General Takima, a wife beating hero of the Battle of Manchuria. Takima is very ill and will likely die without the surgical skills of the doctor. Sadao chooses to confess to the general about the situation with the injured soldier. The general, in a remarkable display of self interest over duty, agrees to keep the secret. After all, if he turns in the doctor, then Sadao will likely be executed and he needs a doctor alive in order to prolong his own life. They reach an agreement in which General will send assassins to kill Tom. After a few days, the soldiers not only has not been assassinated but has recovered much of his strength, which intensifies the doctor's fear. Since it seems the journal has changed the plans they agreed upon, Dr. Hockey takes it upon himself to arrange the men's nighttime escape aboard a Korean fishing boat without informing his wife. The escape plan seems to be going off without a hitch. Then the doctor is called in for emergency surgery to save the journal's life. And when the patient is strong enough to receive the news, he tells him that his prisoner somehow escaped in the night. The journal confesses that he was worried about his own life to the degree that he had completely forgotten the assassin's agreement. He then goes on to very strongly that it was simply a case of carelessness and most certainly not derelictions of duty or lack of patriotism. The two men strike a deal to keep secrets secret, with the general promising Sadao that he will be rewarded. After that, as Dr. Hockey looks out towards the horizon for the American signal that he was still safely in his hiding spot awaiting the arrival of the fishing boat. But the sun sets without a signal, informing the doctor that the escape has successful. This Dr. Hockey thinks is his real reward, and he ponders his time in America, the true depth of his irrational prejudice against the white race he revealed through his thoughts. Such is the depth of his hatred of the repulsive whites of the world that he is actually glad the country is at war with them. Then muses to himself, strange, I wonder why I could not kill him. So now students, we finishes with the explanation. Now there are few glimpses of the chapter in the form of a summary. So let's begin with a summary of the lesson. The Enemy is a story written by Pearl Seidenstricker Buck. It is about a Japanese surgeon, Sadao. He went to study in America and meets a Japanese girl, Hana, there. He marries her and brings her back to Japan to settle down. This was a time of World War II. Thus, all the doctors were called upon to serve the Japanese army. However, they allowed Sadao to stay back. It was because he was tending to the old general who was on his deathbed. However, one night an incident changes his life. He encounters an American Navy man who is injured by a gunshot and dying. Although Sadao was in no mind to help the enemy, he takes in the young soldier and provides him with medical assistance. He keeps him at his house and avert any danger coming his way. However, he knows he has opened doors to danger by helping the enemy. His servant decides to leave Sadao too. As the days kept passing, the soldier was now beginning to gain his health back. Now that the soldier was no longer Sadao's patient, he decides to kill him off in his sleep. He informs the general of the American, and thus the general reciprocates. They decide to send private assassins to kill the American soldier. While waiting for the assassins, Sadao starts noticing it was delaying. However, during this course, humanity in Sadao arises. He realizes that he is a human being at the end of the day. He now recognizes the value of human life as well as universal brotherhood. Thus, this opens his mind, which was limited to race, boundaries, and wars. Finally, he comes to the conclusion that the American soldier is not his enemy just because he belongs to another country. Thus, he rises above his prejudices and does the right thing by helping the American soldier escape, thus saving his life. So students, here we finishes with the chapter The Enemy. I hope the chapter is clear. So thanks for watching my video. Be safe, be healthy. Thank you.